Hi guys, and welcome to this class where we're going to have a big focus on your upper body and our shoulders, our back, so all the really nice things that you want to open up after a day at the office or working on the desk or driving loads. So come and join me on the mat. You will want a couple of blocks or props today, so I'm going to be taking 2 blocks, so feel free to grab those if you want. If you don't have a block or anything like these, then take like a hardback book or something that's got a bit of thickness to it and grab one of those. And I'm also going to be using a strap. So if you don't have a strap, then a dressing gown belt will work. A scarf, an old long scarf, will also work. So just grab a hold of whatever you've got to hand, and then obviously all the props that you want to use to sit comfortably, so cushions, blankets, any of those if you need those, as we're going to be starting in a cross-leg seat. So wherever you are, grab a hold of all the stuff that you need and come and meet me on the mat where we'll get going. So welcome guys, and joining me on your mat. I hope you feel good and relaxed and you're ready to practice. So hopefully you got your props that you may need in today's class. Don't worry if you didn't. And we're going to just start ourselves in a nice comfortable seat, so you can just sit yourself up on anything that feels comfortable, cushions, blankets. Even take a chair just for this first 5 minutes if it feels better. And alternatively, just lying down as well. And we're going to start just by settling the gaze, taking some deep breaths in to the belly, the chest and the shoulders. Exhaling it out completely and just letting it all go. Allowing your breath to come back to a natural and a comfortable rhythm wherever that is. Just being mindful and just taking a moment to just check in with how you're feeling right now. Observing your physical body, observing your emotions, your thoughts. And just noticing where you're at today and how you're feeling, how things are going, without trying to change them or alter our state very much, just simply noticing and releasing anything that you feel is no longer serving you or helping you. As we just take a few more breaths here, just settling ourselves in. Releasing any tension you may get. Anything that may come up in the meditation and surface itself. And then we'll take a breath here and bring our hands to our heart center. Bringing the backs of the thumbs to the chest. Giving ourselves a moment here just to remind ourselves of what drew us to the mat today for this practice. Maybe something going on in your life. Maybe it's something internal, emotional, mental, physical. Just reminding yourself of that intention of what you hope to get out of this class, and hopefully manifesting this will give you that strength to go through the class and come out of it feeling lighter, more open, As we take one more deep breath here. Exhale it out completely. Then lowering your hands down and blinking your eyes open. Starting by just warming up our body. So we're going to take some arm raises. Get into those shoulders, get them nice and warm. As we bring the hands down, and on our inhale, we're going to turn the palms up to the ceiling and lift the arms over the head, trying to reach the palms together. Maybe gazing up to your thumbs, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, taking 2 more, lift it up. Exhale, work it down. Inhale, last one, take it up, feeling that strength, that conscious strength in your shoulders. Exhale all the way down. And then bringing those hands to your shoulders or fingers to your shoulders. We're going to draw some little circles back with our shoulders, with our elbows. Like we've got little wings rolling our shoulders back. Giving ourselves a moment here, breather. Really squeezing the shoulder blades together as you go back. And then reverse it as you draw the circles coming forwards. Feeling the shoulders starting to engage and get strong. All that lactic acid building up. Taking one more here. And then lowering your arms down. Going to take ourselves into a little twist now as we bring the left hand over to the right knee. And if you can't reach, you can just hold on to the left foot, whatever feels more balanced. And then bringing your right hand all the way back, placing it behind your spine, your sit bones. Just giving yourself a little twist over here to the right hand side. Taking one more breath here. And then inhale through the center, moving it over to the side for balance. Feel free to swap the shins around. Bring in the right hand over to the left knee, and then inhale, sweep your left arm back, finding yourselves in a seated spinal twist here. Not worrying too much about depth, but just trying to not pull yourself deep with your arms, just using all your core muscles here to access that twist. And then bringing ourselves back around to the center. Taking the left hand out to the side. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, and then slowly lowering over onto that left hand, into that side body stretch. Inhale deeply there into that right side body. And then exhale all the way up. Taking your right hand down. Inhale, sweeping it up. And then exhale. Little lean over. If you can, bring elbow down onto the floor, then go for it. But try not to dump your chest down towards the floor. You don't want to be falling down there. You want to stay lifted and open. As we just take one more breath here. And then inhale, take it all the way up through center. Let's grab a hold of your strap or your strap substitute. We're going to take the right hand, grab a hold of the strap with it, and then bring it behind us. So I'm going to turn around so you can see. We're going to bring the strap to the back of our body and still keeping a hold with that right hand, bringing that right elbow up to the ceiling, and then reaching around behind you with that left hand, walking your hand up the strap until you get a good deep grip that feels good for you. And then with your head, you want to push your head back into that right forearm to open your shoulder, to sit tall, releasing any tension you may have in your upper back, in your tricep. in your shoulders. Taking one more breath here. And then letting go with the right hand. We'll get the grip with the left hand now. Take the left elbow up to the ceiling, lift the arm up and then drop the hand down behind you. Resting your head there, then reaching back behind you with your right hand, grabbing a hold of your strap. Wherever it feels good, don't worry if you can't reach your hands. This is all beginner friendly. If you can reach your hands, go for it. Just taking ourselves for one more moment here. Beautiful. And then releasing with that left hand, bringing that right arm back. Other way around, sorry. Then we're going to take ourselves into that tabletop position now. So walking the hips underneath, or the knees underneath the hips. Bringing your hands, wrists underneath your shoulders. Taking a moment here just to settle ourselves. And then from here, taking some cat-cows as we inhale, curl the tailbone up towards the ceiling and roll the shoulders back, bringing the gaze forwards. As we exhale, around into our back, tuck the tailbone, press into the hands, into the shoulders, and drop your gaze down to your navel. Taking one or two more rounds here with your own breath. Last one, wherever you are. And then from here, we're going to curl the toes under. Keep them hip distance here as we inhale. Exhale, let's take the hips back and up, downward facing dog. And if you can't get the heels to the ground, don't worry. It's not the goal. But what you want to do is actively push into the hands, into your shoulders to lift your hips up. Draw your belly button in. And bend your knees here nice and generously. And we're going to work the top of our head down towards the mat, stretching into our shoulders by rolling our shoulder blades back, working the chest towards the quads. Giving our shoulders a really good stretch today. I'm going to take these downward dogs today during our salutations. As we shift the gaze forwards and step our feet to the front of our mat. Inhale there. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, very slowly round ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Resting in that Tadasana mountain. Take a breath there, wherever you are. And then on your inhale, let's sweep the arms up over the head. Palms can face or touch. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching down to the ground, don't worry if you can't touch. Inhale, find your flat back. Lift onto the shins if you need to. And exhale, plant your hands down and step back, finding a plank position. Drop your knees if you need that extra support. Inhale there. Exhale, lower your chest, Chaturanga. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, little cobra, maybe full. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now going back to that shoulder opener, downward dog. Bend your knees generously. Reach the top of your head down towards the ground. Allow your belly to touch your thighs. Rolling your shoulders back, stretching into your shoulders. Taking one more breath here. And then shift your gaze forwards and step your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, finding your flat back and lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take it all the way up. Arms come over the head. Exhale, hands come down. Beautiful. Going into Surya Namaskar B. We're going to add in here some warriors as well. So follow along. I'll give clear instructions where to go, but just look at me for reference. I'll be demonstrating modifications as well. As we start by just bending the knees into that narrow squat, and then inhale, take the arms up, really open the chest as you go. Chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Over the legs, reach into the ground. Inhale, find your flat back and lift up. Hold the shins if you need. Exhale, bring your hands down, finding your plank. On the toes, on the knees, wherever you go. Inhale there. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering your chest. Inhale, finding a cobra. Back bend, whatever you practice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing here. And then from here, we're going to take the right foot forwards, either between the hands if you can. Modification behind your right hand. So always take that modification if you need more balance, more stability. Bend into that front knee and then inhale. Bring the arm up, spinning your left heel down. So you've got nice space there. Bringing ourselves open here. And then exhale, we're going to open up to warrior two by bringing the arms out to a T, spinning your hips to the side, enjoying a lift here through your torso, gazing over those front fingertips. And then from here, taking your hands behind you, interlacing your fingers, rolling your shoulders back. And if you can't straighten the arms, just stay here and work on opening the shoulders, open the chest if you can. Maybe extend the arms long and work on lifting the hands away from the tailbone. Taking one more breath here, inhale. And then spinning ourselves over to the top left corner of our mat here. We're going to exhale, maybe take a humbled warrior as we forward fold into the inside of our right thigh. Let the head come down towards the mat. And maybe let the arms go over our body. Don't worry if they're hovering. That's okay. Stretching out our shoulders while keeping our legs strong. Pressing the feet firm into the ground. And then inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, hands spin down. Shoulder width apart. Step back into your plank. Inhale in there. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering it down. Inhale, find your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing there just for one breath. And then taking the left foot forwards. You can go between the hands if you can. Spinning your right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Bringing ourselves into that stable warrior. Spinning the hips square to the front of the mat. Inhaling here to lengthen. And on your exhale, spin it out to warrior two. Gazing over front fingertips. Finding ourselves for a moment here. We've got this. And then bringing your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers and work the shoulders back, rolling the shoulder blades towards each other. Maybe having a softness to the knees, staying here and just holding it for the whole breath. Count. Otherwise, extending the arms, maybe lifting the hands. Inhaling there, really stretching out our chests. And then exhale, bowing down to the inside of that left thigh. Working our head down to the inside of our foot and letting the arms just hang over into our humbled warrior. Taking one or two more breaths here. We have this. And then from here, inhale, take it all the way up. One movement. Exhale, hands come down, step back, find plank. Inhale in there. Exhale, knees come down. Nice wide child pose here as we send the hips back towards the heels, bringing big toes towards each other. And if you do have sensitive lower back, keep your knees together, around your upper back and your lower back nice and generously. Otherwise, you can melt your heart, your chest down towards the earth, wherever you are, slowing your breath, resting your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Now, if you don't get your head to the floor in a child pose, a couple of things you can do. You can create a little cushion with your hands and rest your head on there. You can take a blanket. You can take a block under the forehead, whatever feels more comfortable. As we take one more breath here. And then from here, we bring ourselves into that tabletop position. Bringing the knees underneath the hips. Working ourselves into a thread the needle now. So keeping the left hand planted, we'll inhale and sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, bringing the arm underneath, resting your right side of your head down, your right shoulder down, soften those fingers. And then you can keep the left forearm just down in front of the face for a more comfortable restorative variation here. You can extend your arm long over your head, giving ourselves a deeper twist. Beautiful. And if you have an advanced practice, you can reach around and grab a hold of your right thigh, giving yourself a really deep twist. Wherever you take your practice, we'll be here 1 or 2 more breaths. We have this. And then from here, bring in your left hand back and inhale, sweep that right arm up, side body stretch, and then lowering your right hand down. Inhale, sweeping the left arm up. Exhale, twist it, thread the needle, underneath we go. Bringing the side of our head down onto the mat, adjusting however feels comfortable. And trying to match the variation you took on the last side. Wherever that is, wherever you find yourself. Just feeling that twist going into your upper back. Feeling that compression in your shoulder that's on the floor. As we just take one more breath here. And then bringing your right hand back down. Inhale, sweeping that left arm up. And then exhale, taking ourselves down onto our bellies now as we slowly lower our hips. Taking ourselves into a few cobra roll-ups now, strengthening our upper back. So keeping your hands under your shoulders. For this first variation, soften your hips, your glutes, and relax your back toes. Inhale, wherever you are, we're going to push into the hands, roll our shoulders back and lift ourselves up off the floor. Going as far as feels comfortable. You don't have to do full cobra. Inhale in there. And then exhale, lowering it down. Taking the hands a little wider now. We're going to inhale, push into the floor, roll ourselves up, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, take it down nice and slow, working your upper body strength. And then this time, I'm going to take it a little bit wider, working on that wide push up here almost as we inhale to prepare. And exhale out completely, then push into your hands and inhale, roll it up. Roll your shoulders back. And then as you exhale, very slowly Bend it into your elbows and lower your chest down, resting on your little hand pillow, bringing your head down, shaking your hips out, giving yourself a breather here. And then from here, we're going to stay on our bellies. We're going to take the hands behind us, getting ready for a locust pose. Strengthening all our upper back. We're going to lift the chest as we inhale, and maybe lift the feet, lift the hands, and if you can, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and bring yourself into a deep back stretch and strengthen here. Strengthening all that upper back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Taking one more breath here, you've got this. And then exhale, lowering your body down. Oh, create a little cushion here with your head. Turn the head the other direction. Enjoying one more breath here. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands back under. And we're going to push ourselves back into that tabletop position. Giving our shoulders one last stretch here. As we inhale, prepare, keeping our hips stacked over our knees. We're going to exhale, walk the hands forwards. Off the mat, first variation, just bring the forehead down. Keeping the armpits lifted, elbows lifted if you can. If you need to, drop them down, you can do. Create a diamond shape with the arms. Full puppy, if you want to go into a deeper shoulder stretch, you can curl your tailbone up to the ceiling, maybe tap your nose down, your chin down, or even get your chest down to the ground. Playing around with your strength here, your flexibility. People are often misconceived that back bends require flexibility when actually a lot of them we've come around and revolve around strength. So giving ourselves one more breath here. And then from here, very slowly walking the hips back into that child pose. This time, let the forehead come to the ground, a blanket, cushion, wherever, and let the arms come back either side of the legs, keeping the knees a little closer together. Softening your shoulders, let them just surrender down into the ground. Taking one or two more breaths here. Starting to cool our bodies down, relax the shoulders. And then from here, bringing yourself up, take the heels out to one side, getting ourselves ready for our final cooling down postures on our backs. So centering yourself on the mat if you've wandered, and then slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time until finally the head comes down. Taking a moment here, bring those knees into the chest and give yourself a full body hug, massaging out the lower back if you need it. Giving yourself a moment just to iron out any little tight spots. Rocking back and forth if you find any. And then take the right arm out to the side. Inhale there. And then as we exhale, we're going to slowly roll over onto the left hip. Keeping that right shoulder grounded. Dropping your knees down towards the floor. Don't worry too much if there's a gap between your knees, and you can support your leg, your top leg with your left hand, and just give yourself some extra grounding, stability there. Breathing into that right rib cage, your right shoulder and exhale to empty out the belly. Go deeper into your twist. And then inhale, bringing it all the way up through the center. And then exhale, taking it over to the other side, extending your left arm out, rolling onto your right hip. Allow the gaze to go over towards the left if it feels good and comfortable. Just taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then from here, inhale, bringing it all the way back through the center. Dropping your feet down onto the ground about hip distance apart. Working ourselves into a bridge pose here. So bringing your feet firmly onto the ground. Bringing your hands down either side of the body, palms facing the floor. Inhale there to prepare. And then as we exhale, pressing into the feet, lift the hips up high. And opening the heart, opening the belly, open the chest. And for this variation, an option to sweep the arms up over your head, stretching longer into the arms. And you can hold on to opposite elbows. Taking 1 more breath here, all that weight being in your shoulders, your feet. And keeping the arms where they are, we're going to slowly lower ourselves down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Feeling your arms extending, your armpits stretching out, and then walking out into your Shavasana with the arms out to the side, palms facing up to the ceiling. Bend the knees, plant the feet if you need some more support for your lower back. Taking some deep breaths here, breathing deeply into your belly, your chest and your shoulders. Exhale it out completely and just let it go. Just take in some nice long breaths. Until finally the breath feels it can soften to a natural and a comfortable rhythm. As we just rest here for a little while longer. Feeling your body release any strength and tension. As we just slow things down for a few more breaths. Taking 1 more breath here, wherever you are. Deep one into the belly, the chest, the shoulders. And a big audible exhale out through your mouth. Letting it go. Wiggling your fingers, your toes. Maybe extending the arms long over your head and give yourself that full body stretch. Bending your knees, drawing them into your chest, giving yourself that full body hug. And then rolling over onto your side, finding a fetal position. And whenever you're ready, slowly make your way back into that comfortable seat. Giving yourself a breather here. Bringing the eyes back to a close. Taking a deep breath into the belly, the chest, the shoulders. Big audible exhale out through your mouth. And then bringing your hands into your heart center. Take a moment just to remind yourself of your intention you set at the start of your class. Inhaling deeply wherever you are. Exhale, bowing your head down to your heart, whispering namaste, honoring yourself for turning up, doing the work, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Blinking the eyes open. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope your arms, your shoulders, your back feels good, and I'll see you next time.